We are at the gas station. I already had to fill up my tank because I don't like when my tank is full. I jinxed it. It snowed, it snowed. Dude, I like my job. I like my schedule. I love night shift. I can't imagine myself going back to normal shift. And I like that I work weekends. To me, it's just nice. It is a lonely life, I will be honest. I'm used to being alone for the most part, other than when I party with my mom on the weekends. When I work, it's pretty lonely because by the time I'm up, I have to get ready for work. Everybody is pretty much asleep, or the whole world, you know what I mean? And like everybody is starting their day when I'm off, but I kind of like that. I don't know. It is very compared to daytime. It's like everybody's on the same page, of life almost. It's just different stories. But when you're like a weekend night shift worker, it's like a complete different thing. I do like that I never have traffic really. Like it's rare. And it's especially in the winter time, and it hasn't been snowing, so winter has been really easy for me lately. I'm sorry, I'm being an asshole again, but I can get used to the snow thing. I really don't like snow. It did snow yesterday, which is weird because I kind of jinxed it. Well, I'm not that important, but do you guys realize what I did? Do you guys see that? I completely messed up my bangs. Like, I was describing to my mom my day before I went to sleep. I was just telling her like how one of my old coworkers, I used to work with him. He doesn't work here anymore. He like left, but he knew a lot about the place where we work at because he's been there for like years. And he said there's a lot of surveillance everywhere and they can literally track you to watch you. And that's why they'd end up firing a bunch of random people because they were stealing or they were doing something wrong, which they caught on surveillance. That's how I got in trouble about my dress code. Some guy that's in charge of watching us saw that I was watching a hoodie, supposedly, but I doubt it because it doesn't matter that much. So he said, and he was also, I feel like he was kind of warning me, like my old coworker, like they can watch you do anything, they can track you. So I'm like, damn. And I told my mom, like, if they tracked me, I kind of hope they do because I'm ridiculous. Literally, I was thinking about it too. I'm like, if I was being tracked right now, they would see a bunch of dumb shit I'm doing. Like, for example, I was working really hard, putting shit away, getting mad at the items because they wouldn't open up fast enough. They wouldn't let me, and I was cursing. And I curse more in Spanish because, I don't know, I was cursing at the boxes. And then after I had my anger moment, I walk over to my Red Bull, chug it, get happy again because it's delicious. And then I start talking to myself, which I can't help it. It's break time. So I go over to the first bathroom at the front of the building. And then I notice that my bangs are too long, poking my eyes basically, and they look stupid. So I head over to the other bathroom. I remember I have a scissors in my backpack that's for sewing, those little kits. I start furiously cutting my bangs because I'm pissed off, and it looks like this. Come out of the bathroom, completely regretting my decision, going like this, like touching them, like what did I do, And then I go over to like a random area. I sit down on the floor and I just keep sitting and drinking my Red Bull while I touch my hair because I messed it up. And that's what they would watch, like me doing all that stuff. Like, it's like I'm literally so boring, but a lot has happened in a short amount of time. I couldn't help it. Like, it was just like poking my eye, and I told my mom, and she thought that was funny because like she knows that that's exactly how I would be. Like, she wouldn't be surprised if she saw footage of me doing all that. But one thing you would see also is that Larry, this old crusty man who is convinced himself that all the women that happen to be young women or young-ish, because he's like super old, are into him. It's disgusting, dude. He pisses me off. Like, I just want him to be treated the way he treats women because it's out of control. It really is. He lingers behind every woman there. And if a woman makes the damn mistake to have like a small talk, he will say, oh, she likes me. Like, completely convince himself. He's so disgusting. He pisses me off. I had one small talk conversation with him because I was new years ago, like 2 years ago when I started there. And then his bitch ass had the nerve to be like, do I make you nervous? Like, excuse me, bitch? Have you seen yourself in the mirror? Do you even wash yourself? Like, and let's not even talk about the age difference. Like, come on, dude. I know it's socially acceptable for men to be predators and shit and go after girls that are like so much younger than them, but it's like, dude, you really think anybody talking to you is because, and they can't, like, I was having a stuttering problem. I will admit, I was stuttering a little bit, but that's because I had a manager at the time who was like after me, and I was so uncomfortable. I wasn't good enough at my job there yet because I had just started, so I didn't have my hard work to back me up. So I was really uncomfortable, and she was like, all like, both of them. There was a guy and a girl manager who, like, except the guy manager, he was a harsh dude, but he wasn't after me personally. He was after somebody else, some other people. And that's why I was so uncomfortable all the time. And when I asked him for help, because I thought he was like a normal old man, when I asked him for help, where does this go? He was just like, he'd make it a big deal, say it really loud. It's like, how do you not know how to find it? Did you scan? Like, shut the hell up. This morning shift old dude who was talking to Larry before I came around and asked, like, do you know where this goes? He looked uncomfortable for me. Like, so he just whispered, it goes over here. You know, like he said where it went. Like, he kind of pointed to, and I was like, thanks. And I walked away and didn't let that Larry finish what he was trying to make fun of me. And it's like, it's so disgusting. Like, he really pisses me off. I'm so sick and tired of him. Like, do you guys know what to do in this situation? Now I know better. I don't have a conversation with him at all. I avoid him at all costs. And that one last thing I told him, I dropped some stuff, like my shit. I just dropped it, and he just stopped and looked. And I said, go away. I do say that to people because I just don't like this, like, oh, I don't know. It's just so frustrating. I am not a nice person at work because I just can't with people. And I said, go away. And he said, well, you don't want someone to help you? And I was like, I don't need help, leave. And then he walked away, and ever since that, he hasn't, like, tried to have a conversation with me, which is exactly what I wanted. I don't know why it was so freaking difficult. Here, I'm gonna move you over here because I feel like you guys can see me better. Maybe you can't see this that bad, right? Tell me it's true. Tell me it's not that bad, please. So he doesn't try to have small talk with me, which is perfect, but he still lingers and, like, tries to watch me, and oh, it's so frustrating. I freaking hate it. And dude, don't tell me this, guys, please don't tell me it's in my head. It's not in my head. I see him do it to other girls too. And the way I know it's different is because I never see him do this to guys ever. He never does this to guys. He never lingers. He never, like, he used to get really loud and hyper when I was, me or the girls were around. And Lily, she should have warned me about this, but she did with her eyes. She looked at me panicked every time I try to be, like, cordial with him at work because we worked in the same area. And now I refuse to work that area. I refuse to work anywhere near anybody. I just work alone. But he is the number one person I try to avoid because he's so annoying. And it's like, dude, stop lingering. Like, he literally, it was time to leave. I wait, so I get off at 7 a.m., but people can clock out earlier, like 5 minutes earlier. So everybody rushes over to the garbage area. Damn, it must be freezing, dude. Why are they walking? They should have gone like this. I would have definitely, I have a bad freaking habit of, like, picking people up and dropping them off at places. I stopped doing that shit because I heard a bunch of stories that, like, and then the whole cat situation that I told you guys about really freaked me out. It made me paranoid. But today, and I thought he stopped doing it because, you know, like, maybe he moved on to somebody new. But it's just literally anybody goes. Like, if you're a woman, he will bother you and do this to you. I have not seen this happen to guys. Like, I'm sorry, guys, there's nothing against you, but I just think he really thinks in his head that all the girls like him. I've seen guys think like that, and it's disgusting. And I've been friends, because I work labor jobs, and there's a lot of guys usually there. And I remember I was friends with two, and they would talk this whole locker room talk is a bunch of bullshit. You guys are disgusting. And I would get into so many arguments with them, but it was a waste of my time. I should have just completely left, like, and not hung out with them. I just really thought, no, I can change people's mind. I can open their mind. It's so closed up. They can change. Bullshit. It's a waste of time. But anyway, all those arguments for nothing. I don't even know why I spent so much time arguing with people. I should have just left. Guys, you need to slap me. Like, somehow I wish there was a way I could, like, make one of you help me out every time I even bother arguing with, like, a friend or, like, even just a coworker about something stupid. Just, like, slap me, because it's not worth, you know, the effort, honestly, especially if it's a dude being an incel. Anyway, so Larry is a freaking loser, and he's not the only one. There's a lot of dudes that think this way. I don't know why. Okay, so if you're a guy listening to this, please share in the comments. You know guy's perspective, not just because you're a guy, but because, and I'm not saying you're an incel, especially if you watch my videos, chances are you're not an incel, because guys in general that are incels don't like to hear women talk. They think we're, like, below them or whatever. But you're able to camouflage among the incels and disguise yourself as, like, an ally to them, and hopefully you know, aren't an incel, but whatever. Tell me what is going on. Why are guys that have incel behaviors and basically are incels, why do they want or feel entitled to conversation with women? Like, I want to know that. And yet again, like, this has nothing to do with attraction. These guys could not be, like, could give less shit about me as a person, as, like, you know, any type. Just the fact that I'm a woman, I have to have a conversation with them. There's a new guy at work named Dragon. I just call him that, okay? He looks like a dragon. He looked like the dragon from Dragon Tales, the green one, to be exact. So Dragon, for some reason, completely started, like, at first he was normal, okay? He would come over and be like, hey, here's your shit, because it was on, like, a different palette or whatever. Hands me my stuff, walks away. One time he did come over and he was like, hey, do you need help? And I was like, you know what? Why don't you take my trash for me and dump it out? And he was like, okay. And then he went and took it, and then that was it. That was all he did, and he left. Now, he does the lingering thing, and it drives me crazy, because it's like, I freaking hate this shit. Like, how do you not read the room? Like, why? And then, like, I'll ignore them, because the thing is, it's like, if you continue the conversation to be polite, they will expect that from you every time. And if you don't continue the conversation and you shut down, if you ignore the conversation, they will hold resentment towards you and hate your guts, and that's dangerous. So you either have a normal conversation and be nice and polite, but now you're leading them on, or they start to get ideas and be like, oh, she likes me and she's obsessed with me. Mind you, they don't care about you. They could give less shit about you. You're not even their type, and they still think that you like them. Or you don't pay them attention, ignore the hell out of them, and they hold resentment towards you because they feel entitled to a conversation. I have never, ever in my entire life had this problem with women, ever. Ever. Not one woman has ever forced me to have a conversation with her. Exact moment I show that I don't want to talk or have a conversation, the girl will not continue to have a conversation with me. She'll just accept it and move on. It's so crazy to me that guys are this way. Like, I don't get it. Why are they so entitled? And this is the incel guys. I know there's guys out there that won't do this. I've had plenty of coworkers that are men that, like, don't force a conversation, and you don't know how good that makes you guys look, by the way. In fact, that could get you so much more actual conversation, like the fact that you're not forcing, because it's so rare. And girls, if you guys work in a place that's mostly men, straight men to be exact, because I don't know what it is about straight men, but they have this weird entitlement, like this incel, you, like, lean over to incel behavior and just, you're already a freaking being entitled and weird about it. And share your situations in the comments, because I cannot be alone in this. If you work with or if you don't work with just all men, but some men have done this to you, share in the comments because I cannot be alone. And tell me what you do. Like, what way do you do? What I do is I've learned that back then I was like, I gotta be polite. I have to be nice to them, cordial, treat them like I would treat my girlfriends, or a little less friendly, because, then it's my fault. But that did not work either. So now I'm going the opposite end, and I'm completely being an asshole from the beginning. I'm always an asshole to guys. To women, I'm super nice because they don't do this shit. Even my manager, dude, when I yelled at him in front of all our coworkers to change my schedule and fix it now, he lingers too. Stop freaking lingering. Like, I get he's a manager and he's like checking, but I have two other managers, three even. When I had Ethan, he never lingered. He actually stayed away from me. He was like, it's so weird too. It makes the guys that don't do this look really good because it's like bare minimum. Like, leave me alone when I don't want to be talked to. You know what I mean? And I'm not talking about having a conversation about work. If it's work related, obviously it makes sense. But if you're trying to force a conversation with somebody that clearly doesn't want to talk at all, what are you doing? Like, what is wrong? Like, why? Read the room. I don't understand. Literally, there's this other guy who, like, I think he got in trouble and got fired or something like that. Where did I put my wallet? Ugh, I'm freezing, guys. I want to get a coffee. What was I telling you guys with my ugly ass bangs? Dang it, I forgot. Too bad you guys can't respond. Although that would scare the shit out of me if you guys could respond. I don't know what to call this, but I don't want to call it UTF with incels because they'll come rushing and, like, I'm not about to, be the target of that. Dude, I had a friend who, this is how bad it would get. I had a friend one time that I thought was totally normal, and this was back then, so it wasn't that severe. Or it was severe. I always felt uncomfortable, but nobody took it as seriously as it's taken now. But I had a friend who I didn't want him to think I liked him. So I lied and told him I was gay. And I played really well into that because I can appreciate women's beauty more than men's, to be honest, because I don't know, women are just, I'm drawn to them, okay, as friends, and they're just, I like how vulnerable women are and yet so much stronger and resilient. So I told him that, and he, like, got so mad. Like, and it turns out he's, like, religious and a hater, and that only made me want to kind of open, like, I always had this thing where it's like, I'll make people understand so they're more accepting. So I kept it up, and he ended up threatening me that he would R-word me till I wasn't gay. I did not go into that shift to work anymore. He also said he was going to tell our manager that I was gay and that I shouldn't work there because I was gay and then I needed to go to hell. It was really stupid. It's like, so I deserve to go to hell because I'm gay, but you can threaten to R-word someone and you're still going to heaven. Wow, makes sense. Like, that shit really bothered me. In my first relationship, the guy thought it was so funny to say, can I R-word you? Because I didn't want to sleep with him. It's so disgusting, like, this behavior. And, I grew up in a misogynistic household. For a long time, I accepted that men, they were authority figures. But then I slowly was like, wait a minute, my mom's smarter than my dad. And she's more kind and open-minded. What is this bullshit, Please tell me what you guys think of this. Like, do you guys see it too? Guys, if you're out there that aren't incels, tell me your thoughts, because you know what they're really thinking, because you can be among them. I can't see completely their perspective, because the second they see me, I'm just a woman. To them, I'm just a woman, and they're not gonna show, like, fully themselves around us, I feel like, the incels. So there you go. And then also, I've noticed this with guy friends too. They're very territorial when I'm when I've made coworker friends, they're like, I can't make other guy friends. Like, I can make friends that are girls, but I can't make other guy friends. Like, that's freaking weird, dude. And I get the whole territorial thing to a certain extent. Like, for example, with my best friend, like, the second she mentioned that, like, she transferred to a different area, she said, "Oh my God, I found the Angela at this location." Dude, my name's Angela, by the way. It's not some random girl. It's like, I found Rebecca, a different Rebecca. It's like, who's that? I don't look like an Angela. I look like a Gilbert. An Elber Gerber. Brother was like, want something from this place? He gives me DoorDash. It said Gilbert and Erber. I'm back. No, I'm just kidding. I'm back. I'm gonna show you a trick. Wanna see a trick? My car windows don't go up. Can you please? I'm freezing, sir. Oh my god, I almost ran over this little boy. Dude, if someone hears me, they're gonna think I'm constipated again. I'm just kidding. Joke's on you. I'm always constipated. Guys, oh my god, I forgot to tell you guys. Speaking of constipation, yesterday I was rushing home. God, this freaking because I swore the day was coming. I was gonna shit myself on the road. That's why I was like, I don't want to like drive fast and shit, but I almost shit myself. And I told you guys in a cleaning vlog, I I have a feeling I'm gonna have to take a shit on the road because I have IBS. I swear, I have anxiety IBS. TMI. So like when I get really anxious, I get diarrhea. So cute. I know, so cute. I should tell every guy that's a creep. I have like, dude, I do that. I do that all the time. Look at my hair, for example. And I wear this hoodie all the time. Like, I never change. I actually wear the same thing to work. And I always say, like, when somebody tries to make a joke, like, oh, you don't shower, I'm like, you're damn right I don't. She's gross. And they move on to like some other poor lady. I'm so sorry, ladies. I'm being an asshole. No, I'm just You ever think that? It's like, if I avoid being abused or being mistreated or being talked to, even followed around at work, if I avoid that, that means I've caused somebody else's misery. There's these two beautiful girls, well, like five, and that's a lot because there's not a lot of women there. Two of these girls that are so young, and I wish they're 19, dude. They're babies. They're little babies, and I wish them a Merry Christmas. No, I mean I do, but I really wish them to take care of themselves and do not let no crusty old man try to convince them that they're the ones who are into him, and well, he follows them around, dude. I've had some close ass calls. I had coworkers follow me in my car. Like, that's how annoying. It's like, don't make friends. They're not your friends. The incels. That's why you gotta test it. See, if you actually want to make friends with some dude, you have to test how incel-y they are. Their truth incel. Try to get their incel form out. And count how many times I said incel this whole video. I slowly am turning into an incel. Look at my hair. I could hate somebody so much, and I would never follow them around and convince myself that they like me. Like, that's just weird. In fact, I always do the opposite. I'm like, there's no way. Is my window still up? Dude, it's freaking freezing. Oh, today's trash day. God damn it, dude. I'm so tired of that entitlement. I swear to God. I need to do something gross. Guys, tell me. I can't. Don't ask me to bagel. That's what I call that. We call that bagel because I don't like the actual word. Can I go, please? I'm scared, though. Please let me go. Yay! I hate turning on red lights. I hate going on red lights. Does anybody else feel stupid stopping at a stop sign when there's nobody else around? Like, I just feel like an idiot. But I still do it, just in case. It's like, what if there's an invisible car? I convince myself so I don't feel so self-cautious. Does anybody actually do it? I see people running red lights, stop signs all the time because there's nobody around. And I don't say, oh, those guys are dumbasses. I say, oh, that's what we're supposed to do. Damn, there's a freaking bus in the way. What am I gonna do now? And it literally says, watch for children. And the bus is out here. Can I go, please? Is your stop thing on? No, it's not. Dude, I hated riding the bus. That shit was brutal. I always felt super. Oh my god, don't scare me like that, dude. I always felt so bad for the bus driver. I'd get nervous for them. It's like they had to drive. Little boy. Okay, I'm gonna go this way because he's in my way. That poor kid. He has to walk all the way to that bus stop, dude. I could not. If I was a dad, no, I'm just kidding. Because I don't want to put all the effort, you know. I don't think I'm resilient enough to be a mom, so I'm just gonna go with dad. If I were a dad, I would not want my kid to like walk to the bus. Like, no, dude, we're both walking. I want you to crawl. I bet you were thinking, oh, she's so nice. Wrong. I want him to crawl to that bus stop. I don't want to fall in the. Okay, my mom installed cameras at the house, and now if I slip in the driveway, they're gonna see. They're gonna see me slip in the driveway, and it's gonna be super embarrassing. I slip every year. I slip and I look around like, please, neighbors, please pretend you didn't see that. And then I had a breakdown in the driveway too last winter. I cried because I don't want to say it. I'm embarrassed, dude. If I hope a neighbor didn't catch that on camera. It's like that girl right there that lives over there. She cried. She had like a anger incel outburst. I was like, women. I got mad because my car got stuck in the driveway and I started to freak out and I had a panic attack. So that was cute. It was so cute. I love when I have panic attacks. It makes me feel so cool, you know? I hate it's especially awkward when I have a panic attack in front of somebody that doesn't even like me in general because then they just really don't like me. They're like, yeah, it's the most disgusting shit I've ever seen. I'm just like, I know. I know I am. But I can't control it, okay? Anyways, is that enough for you? Is that enough information? Do I sound crazy? God, dude, I look like Coconut Head. I look like Rock Lee. Do you know who that is? I had a feeling I was gonna be him when I grew up. I always wanted to be Sasuke, but I guess I'm Lee. I don't really like Naruto, dude. That shit was so misogynistic. Some incel made it for sure. No, I'm just kidding. But damn, not one woman was like good enough. They were all sexualized to shit. Like, what the freaking hell? We're watching. My little brothers got me and my mom into Attack of the Titan. Dude, that shit is crazy. I love the character there. What's her name? Mikasa is my favorite character ever. She was what I always wished to see in a cartoon. Obviously, Avatar did so well with showing equality, genders being good. God damn it. I love that show. I had the stupidest crush on. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to tell you. But, anyways, I had a really big crush on someone. Momo was really hot. Just kidding. It was not a creature. I'm freaking freezing, dude. I can't even pretend. Can't turn on the heater because then you can't hear me. And you have to hear me. I have important things to tell you. I don't really like animes, to be honest. Like, I'm not a hater, but I used to get, what's it called? I got shit just cause I drew like Sasuke and I got shit for it. And I would draw like, the cartoons of everything. And I got shit for that so bad in high school. I got called what do you call them? No, just can't. I don't freaking know, dude. They called me weeboo. That was freaking bullshit, dude. Like Coconut Head. I look like Rock Lee. I'm gonna put a picture of Rock Lee right here so you can see how much I look like him. Dang it, I didn't want to be like him. And he's a tryhard too, so that's literally me. Mm. My car's like, shut up. Guys, what do I do about my hair? Help me, someone. But yeah, if you guys like animes and stuff, something's wrong with no, I'm just kidding. Um Tell me good ones. Nothing weird, okay? I'm tired of the weird shit. Like literally they just like the girls are like girls don't do that shit, okay? I have yet to see a girl giggle like we do not giggle like that. I laugh like Santa Claus. Okay, that's I used to laugh so violently I would hit whoever was next to me. Fun. There goes that bus. I hated school so much. If I drink that coffee really hot, my tongue burns and it starts to taste like burnt marshmallow. Am I tasting my own cooked tongue? I don't know. I don't care. It's delicious. Mm. Okay, guys, I need to go because I'm just wasting your time. You have shit to do. You have to clean your room. I know you do. Santa told me. I'll see you when you go to bed. I hide in your closet. So I need you to clean that up and give me a chair so I can sit. Dude, who's that? Here I am again. Just keep talking. Like I don't know how to shut up. But I was convinced as a child that I was gonna be pinned for a murder that I did not commit, and I would have to gather evidence to prove that I'm innocent, so I don't go to prison. And I still think about that sometimes. Nothing's changed. I don't really evolve. Like when I tell you I'm gonna watch you while you sleep, I'm obviously joking, okay? Do not use that against me in the court of law. That's not fair. Dude, I was so convinced that somebody was gonna pin me for a murder I didn't commit that I started to keep track of everything I did and make sure I had evidence of it. Like I would be like in public areas that someone would see me or a camera or something, anything where I could prove, and I would like if I see a camera, I'd be like, okay, like at a gas station or something. Okay, I could ask them to pull up the footage from this gas station at this time, and I'd look at the time because I'm like, I didn't do it. Oh, I didn't hurt her. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I didn't kill her. Ow! I can hurt myself. I'm just kidding. Okay, I have to put the trash out. Goodbye. Goodbye. Thanks for answering my call.